Hey guys, what's up? This is Nachos, and in this video we're going to be playing 2 tables of Russian Cash 200. Starting off with an interesting spot already. Do we call King Jack suited here? I feel like it's a relatively wide range. We need 40-ish percent. We need 45%, I guess. Because we don't get to that unless he's like shoving really wide. I feel like King Queen is a call, King 10 is a fold, and then King Jack is kind of whatever. He's on the button as well. And he's probably not shoving aces, kings, queens either. So I was just going to call, I think. This is kind of weird, but okay, yeah. That's a pretty good board. Interesting hand. I get glad I thought about it for a second there. Here we are going to barrel the turn and check the river. Do we ever win here? Do we ever win here? First ace queen we split, I guess. But he's only has ace queen. No, okay, yeah. I think we just mostly lose here, which is fine, I guess. You could check back the turn as well. It would be reasonable, but betting is more than fine. And most players aren't matching the frequency that they should on the turn there. Not even exploitatively, but in equilibrium. It's very easy to, on average, not bet often enough. And my hand was definitely going to be a fine bet there with a diamond as well. I think I'm going to overbet here. It's kind of weird because I block calls, but I also block check back, so check raising is not like the most chill thing. And I unblock some calls with flush draws that my opponent can have. It's kind of a weird spot though. Like I wanted to go block bet and check back because recreationals bet too often. But I think in hindsight, playing it like this is reasonable. Going polar pre-flop, which is fine, and then here I'm going to go polar as well. Probably have to check this sometime. We are going to call. Tempted to raise a little bit, but I think this guy's just going to fold very often and doesn't seem like the type of guy that would bluff enough here, but there's pickup. I unblock some of the bluffs that are there, so I'm just going to call, I guess, but yeah. Bet flop, bet turn, and I think I can shove river here. I don't think there's enough flushes in his range to call here. So just like he should have flushes in his range still, and they're not there at that point because he's check raising them too often on both the flop and the turn. So I think that is probably going to be a reasonable line to take. We got 3-bet by Bodok. Very small 3-bet. I think I should probably fold here. Like hindsight, if I could take it back, I would. He just went so small that I wanted to go. Yeah, probably not the worst though. Like it's probably okay. Let's check back, and we'll call the river here. I was gonna say like there's not an awful lot of when they go and do this, but there's about enough when we only need 20%. Kind of wait, what sizing did he win? Like we need 25% there, but yeah, this feels like the most body name ever. What's worth? I have no idea. Like this should be an open, by the way. Like it's a mistake. I got so confused by like this the very English name there. Like what the fuck? Why? What the fuck was that? Sylvia Austin. It's like something that must be made up by AI. I'm just going to go and triple off here. I'll fold it on turn and river. I was going to say going to triple off, but fortunately not. Yeah, GG. That is a good turn. Thinking about, do I want to call or raise here? I think I just raise. I could 64 VPip. There's going to be some out of folds though. Those would go ahead and yeah, I just shove here. Like the reason why I'm thinking there is because when they bet large on the flop and on turn, they're going to follow through on the river much more often. They're also going to overcall the turn versus check raise though, so I'm just weighing those two options real quick, but I think jamming this way is the way to go. Nice, that's a good one. And the question is, could he have gotten away? Well, it was 64 VPip, I don't think he would have gotten away. But like, would we have lost a stack here as well? To be honest, I think I would have been able to fold the river. It might sound a bit cocky, but the point is that there's 12 combinations of queen jack. When sizing goes to go, there's going to be some 6-7, even 7-6 offsuit. Going to make it in there pre-flop. So I think, and like I'm not going to check raise the turn here with. I'm not going to check raise the turn here with pocket eights, right? Like knowing that he's going to have 16 combinations of queen jack and then some 7-6. That's just not happening. So I think a set on the river there, when you're 200 big blinds deep, get check raised on the turn, and there's so many straights out there, it's just not going to be good very often. This is an interesting spot. I think I want to shove here. I think in equilibrium I would want to shove. I think I'm going to, but it's weird. We don't get a snap call, that's good. He calls ace king, wow. He did not believe me there. It is so easy, I can tell you, I don't mean like playing poker here. It is so easy to have too many queen X in your range here. It's ridiculously easy. Because I should definitely be calling some on the flop. And I should definitely be checking back some on the turn. So when you get a raise bet on a paired texture like this, you just know that it's very easy to have enough value. And it's relatively tough to have enough bluffs there. I like this kid. I'm not sure who he is, but I like him. We just call. I like his style. He's a tough player to play against. Yesterday I played with him a bit and made a very, very loose call against him. Let's see. This is such a weird spot to be in. I think I just have to call. Like, what can he have? Or like, what is he wrapping here? Here we just call because we bluffs, but yeah. Wow. I feel like I can win a hand versus this guy. Like maybe I just shove pre-flop. Is that like the way to go? Like I think, yeah, maybe I just shove. We were 150 back and I said call's fine. Like call's fine, flop call's fine, turn call's fine. I played it fine. Just annoying. But that's what good players do, right? They put you in annoying spots. And then we just gotta make sure that we try to play to the best of our ability. And I think we did here. Like this is fine to call the turn with. I would have been tempted to call the river had he shoved. To be honest, because there's just not an awful lot of king X that he can have. Like there's gonna be some pocket jacks, I guess. Pocket jacks. Check calling here and then bluffing the river if it gets checked back. Which will be the majority of the EV that you're capturing here. I'm going to block bet myself here. If your opponent is more aggressive, then you'd want to check and let him bluff, but here I just block bet myself. And here I'm going to go for 3/4. Like you could probably just check as well. And as I say that he shoves. Get 4-bet here. people under 4-bet quite a bit. I'm not that sure where the threshold would be, but I think I would be overfolding quite a bit here. This is definitely going to be a call. And I think they are going to hit textures like this too hard because of the fact that they just bet. When you 4-bet not often enough, then you're going to miss some of the lower frequency stuff that you need here. That it doesn't have a king or aces or stuff like that, pocket pair in the range. So basically you're missing something like low frequency pocket nines or pocket jacks at some frequency. Not entirely sure about this rake structure, but sometimes suited connectors. Alright, so here I called a check raise on the flop and turn. This is interesting. I'm just going to raise, I guess. Like, he shouldn't really be choosing the sizing. I think this is probably going to be something like king jack that doesn't really want to. That just wants to realize its equity. Again, people don't 3-bet enough. So like we were in a spot where we faced an under 4-bet. Now we're in a spot where we face a very tight and narrow 3-betting range. I'm just going to check back. Okay. Like the river is kind of shitty. Man. Let's see. This guy has been he's been playing very, very nitty. It's rarely kings that's checking the flop, so that's good. Jacks occasionally maybe, but is he going to 3/4 and shove river? Jack's not 3-betting, pure pre-flop. Hope he shows the bluff. Tough spot. Definitely a tough spot there. Poor overfolds versus this sizing here. So squeezing out a few too many of these is fine. My hand is going to be fine either way. I could check raise as well, which would be reasonable. I think I'm going to check raise a turn, check raise all in. Am I going to check raise all in? I'm going to bet. I think I at least want to check, so I at least realize all my equity. The annoying thing is that he's going to have some queen jack, versus which I'm pretty much dead. I think I'm going to call. Where's the sizing? Like this is the annoying thing. I would lead on a jack, a queen, 10 perhaps, an ace maybe. If you don't lead those ever, then you're fucked. Maybe just should have shoved there. It's very easy to undershove. I should probably just have shoved. Anyway. Yeah, with this hand, you'd want to check call something like ace, jack, ace, queen, I think, and then call this. So weird, there's no bluffs here, but it's also very tough for him to have value. That wants to lead on this, except for some jack 10, jack 9, jack 8 of spades. But yeah, like what is he going to lead? That is a bluff there. Maybe occasional 2 hearts, but I block hearts. You get the point. I'm just going 40% with range, which technically isn't, I'm not allowed to, but should be fine in practice. And we get check raised. I think we just call, to be honest. We just call and call down. Never folding. There's going to be some sets in there, but that's kind of whatever. There's not like enough stuff that makes me want to shove. Like if it's more connected and some flush draw maybe. I would want to shove more, but no. I was going to say, like the only really annoying card is going to be an ace, maybe a 5 or something like that. Gross spot to be in. I don't think I'm folding, to be honest, but if I get a shove, I was going to say if I get a shove, I hate live there because I don't think people generally are going to be bluffing in spots where I have some snap calls. Like ace X type hands. It would also depend on how light he's shoving with an ace. Like is he going to shove ace 5 here? Probably not. That would be good for calling. We'll see what he has here. King 9, wow. Okay.